We are green, and the Magic Mile is underway. Into the first corner. Daniels on the bottom of the racetrack. Ott goes to the high side. Here comes Trent Lowe in the 48 Honda.
Bauman with a bad jump back in about 8th place right now, but looking around the bottom, he just takes that, makes the best of it up to 4th. He's about 4 wide off of turn 2 there.
Look who's in second. It's Jared Van de Quoin, the 20 bike. Here comes the 3, sneaking to peek up the inside. Now Robinson goes up the inside for second place.
Yeah, the 32 bike, it was the strongest. It won the challenge, so these guys can't allow him to get away, but I just think a little bit of patience after the first lap. You want to be able to get kind of lined up.
Come on, get settled in a little bit. Use that first lap to do so. On the front straightaway, Dallas Daniels trying to lead lap number 1. Here comes a 16-rider freight train. Daniels out in front. Now it looks like Robinson goes up to second. There's Ott in that 3rd spot. Ott has gotten by Van de Quoin.
Briar Bauman is really needing James Ott to tow him to the back of Dallas Daniels.
I saw Gautier trying the lower line right there. He's running back in 8th, and Trent Lowe is in 9th, so a 9-rider breakaway. We've got a new leader into turn 3. It is the rookie rider in this class. It's the 19 of James Ott. He goes out in front here in DuQuoin.
James Ott has phenomenal speed going into the corner. That's where he's making up a lot of his time. Although he did draft by him down the back straightaway, you see him just so deep into the corner.
A little bit of head shake by the leader. It's out in front. He's breaking the wind for everybody else. Daniels right there. Now Briar sneaks up the inside. Now Declan going to the outside. Dallas takes a look over his shoulder. Wants to see who else is coming through.
And then we've got the 67 of Fisher in this lead 6-rider battle. That bike is working right now. It looks like it's got some speed. He's got some extra laps from that LCQ.
And he has made his way to the front from the last chance qualifier. Now he's with the lead group. We got 6 riders who have broken away from the rest of the field. Daniels now goes back out in front. Now here comes Briar applying the pressure to the 19 bike. Might as well be racing at the end of the night.
There it is. There's a pass from the lead. A little puff of smoke almost out of the 19 of James Ott there coming into the lead, but finally able to get the lead. Dallas led for about 5 or 6 laps.
Here comes Briar. Briar goes by Dallas too. Does Dallas have an issue? Nope, he comes right back on the back straightaway.
By, but Briar Bauman knew at that point if he's got the shot, take it, because he has not been by Dallas. Look at the speed Briar Bauman has. Briar might not have the straightaway speed so far in this race, but he has so much. Dallas Daniels back to 4th now. What is 5th? What is unraveling for Dallas Daniels?
I'm kind of wondering if that bike's slowing down or if he's going to sit back and save some tire.
These guys are going to try to do different things, but Briar Bauman, there you go. He wants control. He does not want this rookie rider to be out in front of him. He wants to control. And also, he has not seen the 32 of Dallas Daniels. He needs to get away from him, but look at that speed out of that Yamaha.
What a draft pass by the 19 and the 70 trying to come along with him. Ott using the draft to take the lead, but he got a lot more corner speed going into 3. Ott going to lead him off of turn 4. Now Briar sneaks a peek up the inside.
The number 3 is going to have to be crafty with this one because he had nothing against that Yamaha down the front straightaway, and he's got Declan Bender there as well, but James Ott has the horse right now. But look at that, the 32 Dallas Daniels back to 2nd. Hits a bump going into 1, but still, Briar Bauman doesn't have the horse right now.
You know, and Ott is in the lead, but when Ott lets off going in the corner, a little puff of smoke, so we're keeping an eye on that, as the rest of the riders are as well. Now they're all in line down the back straightaway. Dallas elects to sit there in 2nd. Now Briar around the outside. They're throwing haymakers for 2nd and 3rd. That's the battle for the championship. Ott trying to win his first career race ever in the Super Twins class.
And Les Briar's pulling a Brian Smith. Look at that around the outside. Briar's got some absolute pace right now, but that Yamaha is so fast. He didn't even really need to draft Briar there. Briar's doing everything he can do through the corners, but does Briar have something? Is he holding back ever so slightly?
And I don't know if you hold back at all right now. It is go time. It's under 2 minutes and 2 laps remaining. Ott is so strong on the back straightaway. Here comes Daniels on the 32. Daniels to the lead.
Yeah, and Briar from 1st back to 5th now, but up the inside. Brandon Robinson finally getting in this thing. Dallas Daniels back to the front. Craftiness?
Maybe.
Briar's going to have to run it off through 3 and 4 and just hope for a little bit of luck to try to get on the back of the 70.
Dallas not letting anybody pass him on the back straightaway. He drops to the bottom of the racetrack. Off of turn 4, the white flag will be waiting for the leader. Here they come. 1 lap to go will be shown this time by Daniels. Here is Ott and Bender, the 3 Yamahas in the lead.
What is James Ott planning right now? He's been thinking about it immediately to the outside. He's going to go around the outside of Dallas Daniels. Will he be able to block him off? He does. He gets the bike turn off of turn 2 here. James Ott, is he going to be able to lead this thing down the back straightaway? Will Dallas try to take the lead, Scotty?
We're going to wait and see. It's going to race to the line, but Dallas goes up the inside. Daniels to the lead to the final corner. It is Daniels out in front. Ott in second. Here comes Bender. Could he be the spoiler? Through 3, now into 4. The 32. Feet on the pegs, Dallas Daniels. Here comes James Ott on the 19. Here comes the 70 bike. Checkered flags are out. They race to the line. They spread out. Across the line, Daniels wins by 0.037 seconds, and he knows it. Main event number 1 is underway. Vanders with the 83. He's got a pretty good shot in the first corner. Here comes Sadoff and Drain side by side for second.
Yeah, Sadoff moved Tom Drain up a little bit, and this is what these guys are going to have to do. They've shuffled Drain back to 4th. Will more riders get by him coming off of 2 here? But it's going to be Fanders down the back straightaway. Tom Drain immediately already pulling out. He wants command of this race.
The bikes get up to full song at the end of the front, or the end of the back straightaway as they go off into turn number 3. It is the 88 of Sadoff in the lead. Bruner's in second. Looks like Chad Coase is already up there. He's making his way towards the front. So's the 59 bike. They're trying to get sorted out. Here they come. Lap number 1 is going in the books. It looked like Renshaw may have kissed the front straightaway wall back there in about the 8th.
Oh, Chase Sadoff up and almost the top of Chad Coase there. Got sucked into the draft, ran into his back wheel.
Almost went for a high side wild ride. The 88 does a good job keeping it on 2 wheels. Here comes Fanders now. He's caught the lead draft. That kind of mixed everything up.
Yeah,
Look who's in the lead.
Yeah, Fanders has soaked it up, but it's Tom Drain back to the lead. Look at Chase Sadoff's intensity to try to get back by Tom Drain here. None of these guys can allow Tom Drain to lead this thing.
A very quick recovery, almost crashing going into 1. He's up there in second now.
Trevor Bruner kind of cuts across the front wheel, but look at how fast the Essence and Yamaha can pull out of the draft and go immediately back to the lead.
Right here in the middle of this group, we haven't even talked about him. The 75 of Santero had mechanical issues on his primary bike. He's doing a fantastic job on his backup bike.
I like what these guys are doing, how they're passing Tom back in the corner, because that slows the whole group of them down. So that's allowing this group to stick together. But man, Tom's motorcycle is so fast. He's going to need Trevor to keep attacking with Chase.
Yeah, they need more than 2 of them to go back and forth for the lead. Now they're going wider and wider. There goes Renshaw way around the outside. And the 24 is up there. He's trying to get with his run to make the 49. They work together in practice and qualifying so well, but they're all bottled up. We're halfway through the AFT Singles main event. Drain's a lot smaller than the rest of the gang that's out front. Sadoff sticks it up the inside. Drain trying to shut the door. Here comes Bruner.
There is so much wind getting moved around for those guys that are in the back 4th through 8th right now that they're not able to make it happen. There's just no room to move around. But these guys, Chase Sadoff, Trevor Bruner, have to be thinking about the last lap. They're not going to be able to beat Tom Drain to the line straight up. They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to work together, move him up the racetrack, or Tom Drain, maybe does he have something where he can try to pull away a little bit.
Here comes the 24 getting in the mix. Hunter Bauer goes to the outside on the front straightaway. Here comes Fanders back on the inside. Man, it's back and forth. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, but what we've seen is these top 3 guys are really the strongest in the field. They're the only ones that have been able to draft for the lead. Is one of these other guys going to be able to throw their names in the ring? And that could mess up the whole show.
It could show up. It could mess up the whole freight train. There's 8 of them going for the win here at DuQuoin. The clock is about to expire. It's going to be very close when they get to the finish line. Drain into the corners out in front. He is in command of this one. Sadoff is there. Bruner. Now here comes Renshaw. He's making his way towards the front on that high line.
Yeah, Renshaw's had a really good line coming in higher than the rest of them.
2 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 miles remaining here at DuQuoin. An 8-rider battle for the win.
It's been a while since anyone's been able to get by the 59 of Tom Drain. I thought maybe, does he have something saved in there? Is he riding a little bit harder, or are these guys waiting? Sometimes you can sit there, let Tom think, hey, did I get away a little bit, and then pounce at the last second.
Here comes the 75. Santero swings up the inside. He broke out of the draft a little bit early. Into turn number 3. The white flag is going to be flying the next time by. Renshaw goes back to the high side. Vanders blocks that line and blocks that run. Here they come onto the front straightaway. The white flag is out. Drain leads Sadoff.
Yeah, 1 lap to go for these guys. They've been thinking about the strategy, and here it goes. Chase Sadoff up the inside. Vanders are on the outside of Bruner. Bruner needs to try to get in this thing. Tom Drain looking to make a shot, but no, he's going to elect to back off. Does Drain want to lead or follow?
I think he wants to follow, but we'll see what's going to happen when they get into 3. Will he shut off or will he leave it wide open? It's wide open, it is. Down the back straightaway. Drain takes the lead. Here comes Sadoff. Now Bruner up the inside. Bruner on the 21 trying to get in the thick of things. It's the 59 of Drain. Here comes Sadoff. Bruner, Vanders off the final corner. It's going to be the drag race to the line. Drain will lead the freight train. Here they come. He swings up the inside to the double checkered flags. Who's going to win DuQuoin? Tom Drain taking the win on the 59 bike. Watch out, air fence. Drain your winner by .020 seconds.